This year I'm teaching a bunch of different courses. Period 1 is AP Language, which is 11th graders, 2 seniors and 1 sophomore. Period 2 is 10th grade CP that I teach with Mr. Ruel. Period 3 is 10th grade honors, which is a delightful bunch of 20 10th grade honors students. Period 4 is 10 CP with Mr. Ruel again. We were co-teaching for the first time. And period 5 is another 10th grade CP class. So 3 different courses. Mr. Ruel is a special education teacher, so the school's trying a new model this year where some regular ed teachers and special ed teachers teach in the same classroom. So there's lots of different pairs of teachers at Malden High School this year who are trying the same project. So there's paired history classes, there's paired math classes, there's paired English classes. I've taught AP Lit once before in the past. I love AP Language. It's a great course. We need to write more, which they, if I said that, would not believe, but we really need to write more. I'm excited about doing more work with them. Why did I choose to be a teacher? I wanted to be a teacher, I think, from when I was a kid. I'm the oldest of 4 kids in a family, so a lot of teachers are firstborns because we like to be in charge of everything. So I studied to be a teacher, and then I tried some different careers in and out of teaching and decided to come back because it's so much fun and it's so fulfilling, and I meet hundreds of cool people every year. And I learn so much. So yeah, I love it. So Malden, I would call a comprehensive urban high school. It's very big. It kind of feels like it's not as big as it actually is because we have our 4 houses and we have small groups of students that work together. I've never worked anywhere like Malden High School before. In the past, I've worked at schools that were very not diverse at all, and Malden is incredibly diverse, and now I understand how much that diversity benefits everybody in the community. Students at Malden High School are so unique because each one of them comes from a different place, a different language background, a different set of cultural expectations. Everybody here is working as hard as they can to be successful, which is not necessarily something you see everywhere. So the students here are the best. I feel a lot of love for them. They make me work really hard. They will say if something's not working. They're very honest. They give their teachers a lot of feedback. They're just a super fun group of people. When I find something that students like doing that helps them learn at the same time, we get a lot accomplished and we have a lot of fun. I've taught grades 6 through 12 throughout my time. I taught a Bunker Hill class once. Right now, for the past 2 years here, I've been teaching 10th grade, and I really like it because 10th grade is where students decide, am I getting ready for the last 2 years and getting ready for the future, or am I going to keep acting like a freshman and see the fallout from those kind of decisions. So I feel like 10th grade's a really pivotal year for learning because you've made it past the hurdle of 9th grade, and now you have to really make some decisions about the future. So I really like 10th grade. You get to read Feed, which is probably the greatest book ever. I like teaching Catcher in the Rye so much because Holden Caulfield is so sad and so needy and so teenagery because he's so full of potential, but he doesn't really know what to do with himself yet. So before I taught here, I taught in a very small town. Then I went to work for the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. So I was an educational specialist for them, and that is in Malden. So I moved to Malden because I was working at the department, and then I got an interview here, and they offered me the job, and it seemed perfect, and it has been perfect so far. So I chose Malden High School because they chose me, and I'm really happy and thrilled that it has worked out so well for everybody. I decided to teach English and literature because it's the coursework that I enjoy the most. I love reading, I love writing, and teaching reading and writing is incredibly difficult. but I like teaching skills and not necessarily facts or content. I never wanted to teach any other subject. In the 10th grade, I got a perfect score on the 10th grade math exam. I was like in the newspaper. I used to be an incredibly good singer. I played soccer and basketball in high school. Our department is fantastic because we get a lot of time to meet and collaborate, so we can do common assessments, all taking the same midterm, final, stuff like that. So I wrote this big unit, this technology synthesis unit, and all the English teachers have access to it. I don't know if anybody else is teaching it beside me, but so basically last year I was handed Antigone, Night, Feed, Midsummer Night's Dream, texts I'd either never read before or just hadn't thought about very much. But I thought Feed was so interesting and it's so engaging for students that I tried to pull in outside texts. So teachers now have to do fiction, but a lot of nonfiction at the same time. That's where the technology synthesis essay came from, because kids like to talk about technology, and it's very controversial, and it's very appropriate to 2014. Like in the past, I was very exam driven in terms of AP and MCAS. Now I kind of look at what students need as a whole to get ready for their whole life. So I'm trying to think about the exams less than I used to in the past. Because while they are important, they are really just a snapshot of 4 hours of your life and not necessarily what you're capable of or what kind of person you are. Poetry out loud is so challenging because some kids really don't mind it and thrive at it, but for the majority of students it's a real challenge. I feel like it was better than last year. I'm sure every year I have to teach it, I will get better at teaching it. I just hope they understand that they are valuable human beings, no matter what background you come from or whether you are good at school or not. If you're a good person and you do the right thing, then that's all we want to achieve for you. Honors classes, we are cranking along so quickly. I see us becoming much better at speaking and listening in class and doing those DJ/reader's notebook